The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
With a couple of road games in the last week, Tuesday night against Ohio State in Columbus, followed by a Sunday afternoon matchup against Illinois down in Champaign, the Wisconsin Badgers reached the halfway point of the Big Ten season. We'll hear from head coach Bo Ryan about how his group has persevered despite injuries to multiple players. The Badgers still in the mix for a high finish in the Big Ten. We'll also hear from a couple of players themselves, specifically Dan Fahey and Jared Bergeron. Those two guys talk about the community service work that they're very happy and proud to be a part of. All that coming up on the Badger Sports Report.
Marshall guns it ahead to Decker, throws it back to Marshall on the right side of the floor. Feeding Brust top of the circle. Sam Thompson checking Ben Brust. Brust takes the dribble off to the left wing. Thompson in pursuit. Inside feed. Bergeron low on the left, and he'll send it down. A two-hand flush for Jared Bergeron. 24-17 Wisconsin. 1:40 left in the half. Jackson in the center circle, 10 to shoot. Jackson right of the circle, a three in the air. Book it. Trayvon Jackson, his second from beyond the arc. 31-26 Wisconsin, about 2 minutes into the second half. Evans tosses it out to Jackson with 7 to shoot. High screen Berger. Jackson at the top. Feeds Marshall for 3. Left side. Air ball caught by Decker. Low on the left, and he'll put it back up and in. Down the lane. Right hand. Slam dunk. Sam Decker. Wide open 3. Left wing splash. Jumper away. Left side. Got it. To the rim. Slam dunk. Rotates for Marshall, 3-ball right pocket, got it. He's it for Bergeron, down the lane, two-hand throw down for Bergeron. Loses the 3 straight on, and straight in. Guys, baseline to the rim on the reverse, it's good. That's still the roll.
The Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan is brought to you by Zimbrick Buick GMC, Coca-Cola, Charter Communications, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, Adidas, and UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
These are the heavyweights, the visionaries, the A-listers. These are the people inventing the technologies and establishing the protocols for treatments that don't yet exist. This is who you turn to when no one else seems to have the answer. These are the world-class physicians, researchers, and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the University of Wisconsin. UW Health. Remarkable.
I know something about winning championships. And at Zimbrick Buick and GMC, you have one. Zimbrick Buick's tradition of customer care dates back to 1965.
And Zimbrick continues to provide each of our customers with high-quality personal service you can rely on.
I'm part of the Zimbrick Buick and GMC team, and you should be too.
What light does gets in your head. You can't avoid it. You can't escape it. Because what light does weighs on you. Do what light does in the 7.9-ounce Audi 05 Star.
When you buy Wisconsin dairy products, your hard-earned dollar brings you more than just the quality and great taste you know and love. It supports the dairy industry, which in turn reinvests that money back into your community, resulting in better public services, abundant recreation opportunities, and a beautiful place to call home. In all, dairy contributes $26.5 billion to Wisconsin's economy, and eventually comes back to benefit you. To learn more, visit youtube.com/dairyimpactwisconsin.
Jackson off a high screen from Berger. Trey on the dribble. And now he'll snap off a 3. Left of the circle. Book it. Trey Jackson for 3. And it's 19-15. Wisconsin. The high screen from Williams. Kraft left of the lane. And a pass stolen away by Decker. Left of the key. Here comes George Marshall to the front court. Throwing to Trey Jackson off the right elbow. Jumper airborne. Good. Jackson with 10. 39-35. Wisconsin with 13:55 to play.
From the South Club here at the Kohl Center, this is the Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan. This is one of the newer part of the renovation here. Renovations going on all across campus, and this used to be where the video folks did their work, and now another great area for folks to enjoy watching your guys.
Yeah, food and beverage area, and it's very well done.
Yeah, it is.
It's spacious, great seats.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you think?
Not bad. It works for me. Let's talk about your guys here. You don't really talk much about rankings, but I'm going to kind of break your rule here because you guys, have played against more nationally ranked teams than anybody in the country as we speak, and you're coming off a stretch of a half a dozen games where 5 of those 6 have been against top 25 teams. I guess my point in all this is that it has been a rugged schedule for a team that has not been as healthy as you would like it to be, and you're just coming out of it in the mix.
Bad combo?
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking
it's
about?
A challenging combo, yeah.
You know, we're still in that learning process, and you know, we're playing good people, we're playing good teams, good systems. It's got to help our players in the long run. Hopefully, we'll be on the left-hand side more times than not coming up here. But you know, what's good is that there's so much exposure to our league, and we've been playing in some prime times against very good teams, as you mentioned. And so for our players, it's always a true test every night. So it's the way they landed on the schedule, and we got to play them as they fall.
I mentioned that you have not been as whole as a team as you would like. Everybody knows about Josh. Mike Bruzewicz has fought his way back from a couple of injuries. Frank Kaminsky's working his way back. Got in the lineup the other night against Ohio State. He admitted it was scary, and it makes sense. You get
he wasn't
drilled in the
quite
eye
ready.
like that. But
yeah, he was a little tentative, and conditioning-wise, basketball, you can do some things on a treadmill. You can do some of the things, obviously, that our strength coach, Scotty, and Henry, the trainer, can do. But, you know, once you get back on the basketball court, it takes a little while. So hopefully he'll each game here just get a little bit more acclimated.
And the tough part, you don't want to see anybody get hurt under any circumstances. But Frank, even he was saying that he's feeling like he was on the edge there of turning the corner. You know, knocked down a couple shots, played 3 minutes, had 6 points against Indiana. Adds to the frustration, but you know, in the long run,
he was coming.
Okay.
You know, so what he has to do is handle the adversity and get himself back to where he can give us the kind of minutes he was giving us before.
We mentioned this stretch, Bo, in which that 6-game run again, and not that it's easy street, it's anything but here as you look here at these next couple ball games. But the Ohio State game on Tuesday night, it seemed like everything is contested in this league. You know, 2 good defensive teams. We say that a lot in this league, but you hear guys talk about every dribble, it seems, gets contested in the Big Ten.
And 1 4-minute stretch there where they hit some buckets where we didn't make our proper adjustments, our proper slides, our proper reads, and then offensively some opportunities where we had shots. We had 4 or 5 shots in the paint during that stretch. A couple good looks from outside, and we just couldn't buy a bucket. But we've done that to other teams, and you know it's been that case when you watch games over a weekend and you sit there and the junkie that I am and watch 10 games in one day. The spurts, the streaks, the feast and famine type situations that teams get themselves into, you just got to fight through the ones that are tough and then try to enjoy the ones that are good.
Yeah, I've thought in this league, everybody had better stay humble. It doesn't matter if you're in first place or 12th place. That 12th place team, if you're not ready, it's going to cause a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you can't get too high, and if you're struggling, you can't get too low. But that's what team sports is supposed to teach. But you know, we get so caught up in everything surrounding the game, and you know, fans are great. People like to see success. And our guys would like to experience as much as they can here in these towards the next half of the league. And you know, their attitude's great. They're working hard. But you're right. These other teams, if they get a couple wins, they better not rest on their laurels because everybody's coming after them.
And clearly, your team is not resting. It seems at all. We mentioned the Ohio State game where they had that about a 4-minute spurt where they got on that run, and yet your guys get it back to 5.
Yeah, we had a chance with the ball at 5, and we come away without a bucket there. So then it's more, okay, we've got to speed up. We've got to do some things that maybe we're not right now built for, experience-wise, and so once it gets to that point, you gotta make the plays. You got to make the ones that count. And unfortunately, we just couldn't dent that 5-point mark.
You mentioned experience, and I know we've probably talked about this in the past, but when you see guys like Trey Jackson, George Marshall, Sam, just to name 3, and the list doesn't stop there, but they've had the ups and downs that everybody goes through in this league. In the big picture, this is pretty valuable stuff. You're into the now, but you've also been around here a while, and long run, boy, these guys, they're gaining a lot of valuable experience now.
And you look at the 4 guys that you mentioned, or guys that are 3 guys coming in off the bench, in George, Sam, both freshmen, and Frank as a sophomore, and Trey's a sophomore at the point guard position. So that's the area where, like I said so many times, we're trying to learn at a little faster curve than maybe at other times, and because it's going to be needed because of who we're playing. So but there's a lot of young minutes getting a chance to play out there on that court, and in the long run, it's got to help us.
Yeah, well, this league, and we preface this, we're sitting down before the Badgers play Illinois the second time around. Illinois was ranked, now it isn't. Iowa's coming in this week unranked, so what? Those are 2 examples of why you probably don't pay a whole lot of attention whether someone's in the top 25 or not.
Oh, no, not at all. All you do is watch Illinois and Iowa play. I mean, they have size, they have quickness, they have experience. On paper, they look pretty good, and on the court, they're not bad either, obviously, and we'll have our hands full.
Yeah, absolutely. Badgers with a home game on Wednesday night against the Iowa Hawkeyes here at the Kohl Center, and then on Saturday, an 11 a.m. tip, a Saturday morning game, as the Badgers welcome the Michigan Wolverines to town. Coach Ryan returns in a few minutes with this week's Great Day and Great Question of the Week. We'll also visit with a couple of Badgers who are among many on this campus, among many student athletes who are very much committed to community service. All that and more as the Badger Sports Report continues.
Where others saw lumber, we recognized a treasure. Where others saw the night, we chose the stars. Where others saw pieces, we unlocked the puzzle that could mean the end of paralysis and cancer. Since 1848, thinkers and achievers at Wisconsin have fearlessly sought ideas that transform the world. Keep on, Wisconsin. Keep on.
Decker out front. Gives it to Brust, high on the left against Sam Thompson. Right-hand dribble, Brust pulls, hangs in the air, feeds Berger, an open 3, left of the circle, and he banked it in. Jared Bergeron going glass from left of the circle. 22-17 Wisconsin. Jackson pushing a little bit. Left of the lane, spin move in the paint. Tried to leave it for Berger and kick out Brust. 3-ball straight away, good. Then Brust with a big 3 for Wisconsin. 52-44 Ohio State, 5:43 to play. Shot clock at 13. Jackson out high, 10 to shoot. Jackson refusing the Bergeron screen. Drives right lane line to the rim, lays it in with the right hand. Jackson on the drive. 55-49 Ohio State. 3:03 remaining.
Think about it. Brought to you by Charter Communications.
All time, probably Alondo, just because of how athletic he was. He was awesome to watch and had those big dunks to get the crowd into the game, so definitely, probably Alondo.
Favorite Badger? Devin Harris. I'll say Devin Harris. So.
Michael Flowers. Played hard every play, and, he's always fun to watch. And Orlando, because he could jump out the gym.
I would have to say Greg Steamsma.
Definitely Brett Valentine. Yep, easily my favorite Badger of all time. He's just a great guy to be around. He's fun. I mean, the crowd loved him. I think he was a fan favorite, and he's just one of the best players to ever come through this program.
All-time Badger. I remember being at the 2000 Final Four with my dad, and I think I have to go with Dwayne. Dwayne, he's just the name that stuck out since I was a little kid, and he was just exciting to watch him play.
I know something about winning championships, and at Zimbrick Buick and GMC, you have one. Zimbrick Buick's tradition of customer care dates back to 1965.
And Zimbrick continues to provide each of our customers with high-quality personal service you can rely on.
I'm part of the Zimbrick Buick and GMC team, and you should be too.
Who needs this modern world? I can live just fine out here without the road rage and boy bands. Of course, I might miss my Charter HD with football on ESPN and Walking Dead on AMC. Just ESPN, AMC, Shark Week on Discovery HD, and Comedy Central HD. But that's it. Except for HBO HD.
Charter now has over 100 HD channels and more brilliant HD shows on demand than ever. Get Charter HD for only $29.99 a month when you bundle.
We are pioneers, pathfinders, trailblazers. Every day we explore the biological frontier in search of a cure for cancer, inventing treatments, establishing protocols, bettering humankind. We are the world-class physicians, researchers, and healthcare professionals at the University of Wisconsin Carbone Cancer Center, Wisconsin's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. UW Health. Remarkable.
For Brian Evans. Now Trayvon Jackson goes inside. Bergeron, and that's a 180 dunk from Jared Bergeron. 20 to play, 14 to shoot. Badgers about to go to 3-1 here. No drama tonight. Here's Fahey, the drive down the lane, layup good. Fahey's first point.
Part of being a student athlete at the University of Wisconsin is giving back to the community, and the Wisconsin Badgers have been as good as anyone when it comes to that. On today's show, we'll hear from Jared Bergeron and Dan Fahey, a couple of dedicated student athletes with the Wisconsin basketball program. And when they have the time, they're not on the basketball floor or in the classroom, they like to visit some other schools in the area. And as you can tell, those two guys have a lot of fun doing it.
Whenever opportunities come up to go, read at a school, or a couple weeks ago we went to their winter fun day. It was kind of cool. Just got to hang out with the kids, do some different fun activities with them, and it's pretty cool to go in there and see the smiles on their faces and the excitement that the little kids have. They get excited to see us. So just be able to give back like that with just simple things, it's pretty neat experience.
You just know you're giving back, and when I was that age, if a college athlete I knew I looked up to them, whether they're the best player or the worst player, just knowing where they were. So a lot of satisfaction in knowing that these kids appreciate us coming and really makes their day.
We try to talk to them at the last event we went to about just the importance of doing well in school, reading, listening to your teachers and parents, and just being an all-around good kid, and the benefits of that, and the importance of that to be able to be successful in life. So anytime you can pass on some of the knowledge and experience that you have to, especially the young kids that are so influential, and they're just looking to learn and looking up to us, is it's pretty cool.
We'll read different books to the kids, and we'll read especially the younger kids. For the older grades, we often just talk to them about what it takes to be a college athlete and the route we took, and definitely emphasize the academic parts and doing well in the classroom to start, because you can't go anywhere without doing well. Once season begins, a lot of the times we go nearly twice a month, a lot on Friday mornings, because that's when guys don't really have class, so we go quite a bit once the season rolls around.
There's been times when I've been asked to do something, it's like, oh, we'll pick you up at 8 a.m. or something. It's like, oh man, I don't have class that morning. I could sleep in, and then it's like, you know what, I'll go. And then you end up, you get up and you go there, and you end up having a ton of fun doing it. So it's definitely a rewarding experience, and it's a lot of fun.
I remember last year, I don't know the name of the book, we just kept repeating jump, frog, jump. It was a little kid's book, but I think Jared and I repeated it like 10 times. That definitely stuck out.
There was one we read, the only thing I can think of is there was one we read, I think it was with Dan, and the book said the word underpants in it. And as soon as he read that, the kids just went nuts. They were laughing about it for the rest of the day. They'd be like, underpants, and they just start laughing. So it's just, just simple little things like that. It really doesn't matter what you're reading. Anything you give to them, and just spending some time with them and talking to them is pretty cool, and they have a lot of fun with it.
A lot of them will ask us, like, how tall are you? And a lot of them just ask so many unrelated questions, like, what's your favorite meal? And it's funny, a lot of teachers want to ask you, like, how often do you read? But these kids ask the goofiest questions a lot of the times.
It doesn't have to be anything special, just asking them, what they're doing, if they're drawing a picture, or they're, how school's going, things like that. They're just excited to share their stories, and they're kids that, look up to us a lot of times, and even if they don't even know who we are, they just see that we're tall kids, and, they think it's pretty cool just to see, some big, tall guys in their classroom. So they just get excited about it, and it's hard not to have fun doing that.
The teachers even tell us that we make these students years and months, so it's definitely surprising to see how big of an impact us coming in and just talking for an hour or so has as much on their day.
We get great support here in the Cole Center, so for us to be able to go back to schools and things like that, and just kind of give back to the kids a little bit is pretty cool, and we get a lot of appreciation from that too. I mean, and it's definitely rewarding.
Your business is at a crossroads. The phone company wants to convince you their outdated T1 and DSL internet can get the job done. But the truth is, Charter Business Internet is over 15 times faster than DSL. So don't settle for phone company status quo. Take the smarter road. Charter Business. Can your business afford not to switch? Call or go online today and get the fastest business internet for the price.
When you buy Wisconsin dairy products, your hard-earned dollar brings you more than just the quality and great taste you know and love. It supports the dairy industry, which in turn reinvests that money back into your community, resulting in better public services, abundant recreation opportunities, and a beautiful place to call home. In all, dairy contributes $26.5 billion to Wisconsin's economy, and eventually comes back to benefit you. To learn more, visit youtube.com/dairyimpactwisconsin.
The buzzer beaters, the high school tournaments, the conference titles, truly the court of champions. Parker Street Productions, LLC has acquired pieces of the basketball court used at the Cole Center from 1998 until 2008, now making them available to you. 61 teams walked off this court with a trophy. Now you can take home your own trophy, a piece of history. Log on to courtofchampions.com today.
What light does gets in your head. You can't avoid it. You can't escape it. Because what light does weighs on you. Do what light does in the 7.9-ounce Audi 05 Star.
The Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan is brought to you by Zimbrick Buick GMC, Coca-Cola, Charter Communications, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, Adidas, and UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
This week's Great Day and Great Question of the Week comes from Beth in Beloit. And this is a topic being thrown around by a lot of folks, or at least some folks who watch or cover college basketball. And best question to you, Bo, is would you be in favor of expanding replay in the final minute of a game? Some things are reviewable, some things aren't, but would you like to see replay expanded?
Well, I've never been in favor of seeing more of the replay. I think some of the things that they have in place already handle, for the most part, what our game needs to have handled. I know what's come up is maybe a shot clock situation in the final minute, but I can't see on whether a ball was out of bounds or whether a person's foot was on the line. I just think sometimes the camera angles can't pick it up, so then it takes more time. And then basically what they say is that there's not definitive proof that something did or didn't happen, and it just really delays the game. So, you know, it's something where if people want this, Beth, I think they're going to have to make a real strong case, and there's going to have to be maybe a situation in a real, like a championship game, the championship game of you know, the Sweet 16 to advance to, you know, to go to the Elite Eight, to go to the Final Four, to get to the championship game, that type of thing. But I think until that happens, it's pretty much going to stay the same.
All right, Beth, thanks much for your question. The Great Dane has 4 locations in Madison, on the east side of town, downtown, Fitchburg, as well as Hilldale. Coach Ryan's radio show returns to the Great Dane Hilldale on Monday nights throughout the Wisconsin basketball season. And as you probably know by now, if you're a regular viewer of this show up in Wausau, there is a Great Dane as well. 2 home games for the Badgers this week. Wednesday night, 8 o'clock tip at the Kohl Center against Iowa, and then a Saturday 11 a.m. tip-off against the Michigan Wolverines. Join us next week as we take a look back at those 2 games and look ahead as the Big Ten season continues. Thanks for watching.
Hi, this is Bo Ryan, inviting you to join the Badger Basketball Booster Club. As a member of the Booster Club, you will have the opportunity to participate in a variety of great events, including pregame talks, golf outings, and an away game bus trip. The Boosters have always played a key role in the success of our basketball program. For additional information on joining the club, please call 608-265-6161. There is no better way to show your support for our student athletes than to join the Badger Basketball Boosters.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the crowning achievement in college athletics, awarded annually to the nation's best overall program in each division, both women's and men's sports. Celebrating its 20th anniversary, the Learfield Sports Directors Cup proudly honors exceptional student athletes and their schools. To follow your favorite team, visit thedirectorscup.com. Look for standings regularly in USA Today, or follow the Learfield Sports Directors Cup on Twitter or Facebook. The Learfield Sports Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Where others saw limits, we found a key to feeding a hungry planet. Where others thought big, we proved the power of small. Where others saw a frozen desert, we discovered a lens into the heart of the universe. Since 1848, thinkers and achievers at Wisconsin have fearlessly sought ideas that transform the world. Keep on, Wisconsin. Keep on.